All right. So, welcome to a Star Toys toy review. I haven't actually done many reviews since creating this channel, and I thought that was something that I wanted to do moving forward. Was to start reviewing new product as I would get it and give my opinion. Take it or leave it. It's completely up to you. And I thought a great one to do it on would be these Galaxy of Adventures figures. So I just got the new set, Boba Fett, Ahsoka's Clone Trooper, and Darth Maul. Now, the reason I wanted to do a review on these is while I was opening these, I had a lot of thoughts about them. Some things I liked and some things I didn't like. And I have been collecting all the Galaxy of Adventure figures, so, these are not new to me. They're a line that I have been collecting, and one that I was primarily going to collect for my son when he gets older, so he can have his own first Star Wars figures, because I feel like these ones are articulated enough and look cool enough that he'd want to play with them when he gets, to that age. So I'll just give a few quick thoughts about each one, and then, tell you if, are these worth it or are they not? Maybe there's some of the wave that are worth it. I definitely feel like some are nicer than the others. So we'll kind of just start down the line. So first off is the Ahsoka figure. So I do have a problem with her. So as I was, so first off, before I get into the negatives, let's start with the positives. The figure looks really cool. I like the cartoony look of the Galaxy Adventures, and I feel like since, Ahsoka is a Clone Wars character, it comes off really well. Her articulation's really nice. Her posability is also really nice. She has a lot of dynamic movement and range of motion that she could do, dynamic poses, similar to the Black Series one. So that's really cool, and that's something that I want to do. I mean, most of the time I put these on little stands, but I mean, she stands pretty well. I mean, look at that. And she's got the lightsabers extended. So the one thing that I have is to show the elbow joints, are really, really just, you got to be careful. They're very dull. And when I was actually trying to bend it, mine was still a little tight, and it actually popped out. Luckily, it wasn't broken. It just popped out, so I was able to go ahead and fix it and put her back in. But, be careful for that, especially if these are going to be your kids' figures. Last thing you want is them coming to you crying because they're broken, and you're like, oh, shoot, that's not something I want. But overall, really nice figure. I like the Ahsoka. I would recommend picking her up. I think she is a nice one for the collection for, kids to have. Next up is Ahsoka's Clone Trooper. So I like this one. I think he is better than the First Order Jet Troopers in terms of the way his arms sit, because I feel like he gets into a natural gun pose a little bit easier than the First Order Troopers did. But he still has that, that action shooting, whatever the gimmick is. So it does make it a little bit harder for you to keep him in a pose that you like where his arms are at. But it wasn't hard to get the blaster into his hands, which is nice. And he looks really good. Like, army building these as a kid would have been so fun. But I think the ones that we have, this one here is just awesome. I hope they make more of the Clone Troopers. I think, having, maybe 4 of them with Ahsoka would be really fun for anyone that collects this line, or just, kids in general, that they can recreate some scenes, because as you see, Darth Maul is next. But overall, it's a really nice figure. It looks really good. Some of these, I'll be honest with you, are almost Black Series quality in terms of the articulation and the way that they look. I know a lot of people were pretty pissed off when these came out. They're like, why don't we need, a 5-inch figure? I think they're great, and I like them a lot. I like the animated look to these, and I think they're fun. They're fun to collect, and that's why, I do see these as more of a kid's figure. Which is why, I'm excited to one day pass these on to my son. So then he sees all my cool Star Wars, so he's going to want to play with stuff. So it's like, oh, here you go. Here's some. So this is definitely going to be the ones that kind of go to him. Next up, I have Darth Maul. This one I actually have the most problems with. First off, the button in the back. I know it's for his action, but come on, kids nowadays can do that themselves. They don't need, the action extra little thing going on. Overall, is it a nice Darth Maul? Yes. I mean, look at that face sculpt. That is actually really nice. And his articulation isn't bad either. I mean, he can, when I was trying to together, he almost did the full splits. But, you know, since it is rubber plastic here, he is able to kind of move his legs around a little bit and do some cool action poses with his lightsaber. Now, the main gripe I have with this is, why isn't this a Clone Wars Darth Maul, like from season 7? Like, we have Ahsoka from season 7. We have the Clone Trooper from season 7. Why wouldn't they have done Darth Maul from season 7 too? We have the Phantom Menace Darth Maul so many times. And we don't have like Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon, so it's not like you can create that scene. So I was a little surprised that they didn't do the Clone Wars Darth Maul. Still, cool figure. I don't really like the action thing sticking out in the back. It's very distracting. And I don't think any of the other ones have that. I'm looking behind me at my other ones, and honestly, I don't think they do. So that was kind of a bummer. And again, you could probably customize this to be, you know, a Clone Wars Darth Maul, maybe cutting the skirt off and then just painting his chest. And there you go. I mean, I look at it, it's kind of hard to tell. Is it? Yeah, I think it's a Phantom Menace Darth Maul. Yeah, because of the lightsaber. So just something to think about. I'm sure maybe that's why they're saving it, and they want to build, you know, the other ones, Obi-Wan and all that. So who knows? And last up, we have the Boba Fett, who is by far my favorite. This Boba Fett is so cool. I know Boba Fett recently, you know, with The Mandalorian, has gotten a resurgence of popularity, even though he was already super popular. But this one, come on, this looks so good. He poses super well. His armor looks great. It doesn't have that battered look, which I like, because now I want everything like clean armor Boba Fett compared to, you know, the scuffed up one. So this is a really cool figure, and it looks really good. I love the colors. I'm really happy they went with a plastic cape here, and it's not super long, and it fits perfectly behind the jetpack. I'm happy that the jetpack is also 2 pegs, so it does go in with the 2 pegs here rather than, you know, your traditional 1 peg. But I mean, this Boba Fett's really cool. The helmet and the armor color are 2 different greens, I just noticed. But it doesn't bother me enough that it's a problem. I don't, you know, I'm not always a stickler for, you know, colors and stuff. They're toys. They're supposed to be played with. They're going to get dirty. Like, it's okay if they're different colors. But overall, I think this is probably the best wave of these figures that we've gotten. I'm waiting on Yoda. Yoda is in the mail. He's on his way. So once I have Yoda, I will have the full set. I recently did get the Sith Jet Trooper, but, you know, since I decided to create this video on the whim, I wanted to go ahead and shoot this out really fast on a quick review. So overall, great figures. I do have some problems, as I mentioned, with Darth Maul. But overall, I think they are fantastic. I think they're a fun wave for, you know, a young collector, or someone that just likes the Clone Wars, because you have your Clone Wars characters, or someone that just watched The Mandalorian with their parents and was like, I need a Boba Fett. You got a Boba Fett. So a great little something for everyone. I'm really excited to see how they continue this line. I'm hoping that we get some new figures, you know, as we go on, and, you know, we can start building our collections out with the Galaxy of Adventures. But we'll see what happens. I'm sure we're going to get a Mando wave next. It's only a matter of time. But thanks so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts. If you collect the Galaxy of Adventure figures, which ones do you like? Which ones do you not like? Did you pick these up? Are you going to pick them up? I'd love to hear about it in the comment section below. But thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you're new, and may the Force be with you.